The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, I'm Maricela Kelleton with the news. The government is once again taking on the responsibility of paying all fees for students in schools across Papua New Guinea. The Department of Education emphasizes that no school fees or project fees are to be charged by schools in the national education system in 2023. Following the Education Minister's policy statement made in Parliament regarding the government's tuition fee policy for 2023, Minister Jimmy Uguro held a press conference at the Gateway Hotel in Port Moresby to clarify the details. Minister Uguro reiterated that no school administration or governing board is to charge any fees or refuse any child from enrolling in school or attending classes for non-payment of any form of fees.
Appeal to our teachers, especially the principals and board of management. Be accountable and be transparent. Do not mislead people, do not mislead parents, because you and I, we are all doing the same old thing.
Minister Uguro adds that while every child has the right to education, parents are also encouraged to support with school boards and get involved in any self-sustaining activities to provide additional support to schools. The minister said any school board, teacher or principal that disobeys the direction of the Education Department will face disciplinary action. As the country anticipates the reopening of the multi-billion Kina Pogera mine in Enga province this year, Barrick Gold Corporation says it is unfortunate that certain critical issues remain to be resolved to enable the mine's restart. Barrick has urged all Papua New Guinean parties in the mine reopening negotiations to complete the process by the end of first quarter 2023.
Mark Bristow was in the country as part of his quarterly visits to all Barrick-owned and operated mines. This is Bristow's 17th visit to PNG since joining Barrick as CEO in 2019. In Port Moresby, Bristow met with Prime Minister James Marape and certain government ministers, including the state negotiation team, before heading to Pogera to meet with landowners and community leaders. Bristow said the Pogera mine has been closed for almost 3 years without good reason. When visiting the mine again yesterday, the landowners and community pleaded for the restart of the mine. Barrick said despite building a partnership with the state, it is unfortunate that certain critical issues remain to be solved. Pogera mine was placed under care and maintenance since April 2020. Bristow said delaying the restart of Pogera is not in any stakeholders' interest, especially the people of Pogera and PNG, who have been deprived of the economic benefits of the mine for too long. He said Barrick is ready to start the process of reopening the mine. What is needed is equal agency on the part of all other parties to resolve the remaining issues. Susan Oreapet, TV1 News.
While awaiting the restart of the mine, Barrick Gold Corporation Chief Executive Officer Mark Bristow has urged government authorities to take necessary actions to restore essential government services in Pogera. Since the national elections of July 2022, communities have been unable to access health, judicial, education and banking services in the Pogera Valley due to tribal conflicts and ongoing law and order issues. Bristow was pleased with the news of the ceasefire agreement signed between the two warring clans this week in Wabeg and commended the Pogera crisis management team for their work in ensuring this important agreement. Bristow agreed with the women's group in the Pogera that more action still needs to be taken by government authorities and local leaders to ensure security and normalcy returns to the district. On the afternoon of Wednesday, January 18, Enga Province Governor Sir Peter Ipatas presented a check of 300,000 kina to the Rural Airstrips Agency for the purpose of maintaining rural airstrips in Enga Province. The funds will now go towards maintaining 7 appointed rural airstrips within the province of Enga. Enga Province Governor Sir Peter Ipatas on the afternoon of January 18, 2023. presented a check of 300,000 kina to the Rural Airstrips Agency for the purpose of maintaining rural airstrips in Enga Province. Chief Executive Officer of the Rural Airstrips Agency, Haufa Sailasa, thanked Governor Ipatas, acknowledging him of his commitment towards his people in rural Enga through funding support provided to maintain rural airstrips in the province.
I think this investment is in the right direction. And that should be able to trigger what's happening in the rural areas, and our people will be able to enjoy some of the services that we provide.
The 6 airstrips that are prioritized by the provincial government to be opened this year are Yifiki, Paila, Yalum, Rum, Hewa, and Kandep. Sailasa said the Enga provincial government, under the leadership of Governor Ipatas, joined the maintenance program in 2014, a year after RAA was established in 2013. Since then, 7 airstrips have been on the RAA's maintenance program. These airstrips are Elem, Irupeno, Yangis, Lapulama, Marumuni, Kompiam, and Malumanda. However, it was only last year, 2022, that the RAA entered into a memorandum of agreement with the Enga provincial government to cover the 13 airstrips in the province.
I'm happy to make this presentation. It is small.
Yes.
We're targeting pockets of people. These are people we sometimes forget in the big scale of things in PNG. We concentrate on the rural areas and where the population is, and we forget that we've got people who are, living in pockets, small pockets in the rural areas. So this is a very, a big impact for those small people. Pockets of people living in the isolated areas of Papua New Guinea.
CEO Sailasa says the cost to maintain an airstrip annually is about 60,000 kina per airstrip. Restoration is determined by a proper survey and scoping by the RAA technical team before prioritization for restorations. This is TV1 News. When we return, Digicel's internship program and UN Women Deputy Rep impressed.
With BSP Internet Banking, you can enjoy your banking at home, at work, or wherever you are. BSP Personal Internet Banking allows you to view your accounts and transactions, transfer money, bill pay, schedule future payments, or access your bank statements. Visit your nearest BSP branch to register now. BSP Internet Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
Open Nets.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SP Lager. Bongum Yumi. Cheers to 70 years.
Whether we're playing sport, exercising for fitness, being active for work or play, just having some fun, or just chilling, there is one name we can count on that we know will keep us going strong. Skell rice. Healthy, nutritious, delicious medium grain rice full of vitamins and minerals. Skell helps us maintain a healthy, active lifestyle so we can enjoy every day.
Skell rice. Skell life.
Without a doubt, you care for your loved ones. You want to keep them safe, whoever they may be with, wherever they may be, in the home or facing the world outside. Don't let anything stop you, not even bacteria. Protex helps protect your skin with natural extracts. Boosted with flaxseed oil, Protex helps eliminate 99.9% of bacteria for healthy skin. And with the power of natural goodness, you're ready to play every day. Protex, for the good health of your skin.
Unlock infinite possibilities with a back-to-school scholarship from Digicel. That's right, you could win one of 5 scholarships valued at 3,500 kina. Simply top up 5 kina or more or buy a 4G LTE smartphone for your chance to win. So hurry, visit your Digicel store today and top up 5 kina or more or buy a smartphone to win one of 5 3,500 kina back-to-school scholarships to secure your future. Only with Digicel, better together.
Welcome back. A successful completion today as the 18 students from the University of Papua New Guinea and others from tertiary institutions ended their internship program with Digicel. The company aims to make this an annual event.
A successful completion today as the internship program of 3 months ended with Digicel PNG. 18 students from the University of Papua New Guinea, 3 from Port Moresby Technical College and 1 from IEA College of TAFE were certified today. According to Digicel PNG Senior Vice President Lorna McPherson, Digicel took up the initiative as a responsible corporate organization and its contribution towards human resource development.
What a great journey it's been as well for everybody. And the reason I'm saying that is to see the youth of Papua New Guinea in front of us. You know, youth that really been talented and chosen to go to university and then be part of our programme as well. It's just fantastic to see that. I think since Telstra bought Digicel as well, you know, it's really important, but even more important previously, it's about developing our people. It's one of our #1 priorities.
She added that to see in a few months the development, passion, the excitement and the skills is phenomenal and has inspired her and personally has learned a lot.
So it's about taking what you've learned and then saying, how can I apply that as I move forward to the future? And for us, it's also taking what we're going to see today and take some of the learning and some of the things that you've seen about our company and saying, how should we as a management change it as well? Have we thought about things in a different way and where we go in the future?
McPherson commended the initiative and stated that hopefully they do come back through their graduate program and after school as well. After being certified, students were given the chance to present their individual departments they worked with over the past months, as well as what they have learned. The students were deployed across the Digicel business departments like commercial, corporate care, HR, legal, procurement, facilities, retail and sales, Digicel Financial Services, Digicel Foundation, and the technical department. The company aims to make this an annual event and the opportunity will be made available to other tertiary institutions as well. Jasmine Aero, TVWAN News.
The UN Women Deputy Country Representative commended members of the village courts of National Capital District and the human rights defenders for their commitment. UN Women supported the PNG Human Rights Defenders Association in facilitating the 3-day human rights training recently. The DCR attended the graduation in Port Moresby.
UN Women Deputy Country Representative Carol Nyama-Yemombe was humbled to witness the graduation of the village court magistrates and chairpersons. She commended them for faithfully serving the people at the ground level with very limited resources.
Let's see how we can support this organization and make things work. So I'm very proud of you, Linda. You are one of those stories that make me feel like being so far away from my country.
She complimented the director of the PNG Human Rights Defenders Association, Linda Tule, for approaching the UN Women for assistance in this matter.
You are seeing this type of work and organizations that are really committed to making a difference in their communities. It is very humbling.
She said all other levels of justice are good, but they may not be actually accessible to everyone.
I want to appreciate that the village court in Papua New Guinea is, in my view, probably the most important court. Because every person, wherever they are, has access to a village court.
UN Women funded a training of trainers course at the Pacific Institute of Leadership and Governance and 2 training of village court officials on their Human Rights Defenders course. Frida Kana, TVWAN News. Who are now successful in all walks of life across the country. The founder and director explains further on its objectives.
Okay, with Islands of Training and Rehabilitation College, we train for 4 reasons. One is when students they graduate, they seek for employment. 2 is self-employed. We give them the skills so that they go and do their own little SME activities. So it's for self-employed. And then 3rd is for further studies. When they finish their certificate and diploma with us, they go further studies to Unitech, PNG, and other universities or other colleges, higher learning institutions. And 4thly, we train them for job promotion. These are the 4 main reasons.
Basing on his own experience of hardship when he was left behind by the formal education system and the struggles he endured in overcoming that, founder and director Michael Goro wanted to make that pathway easier for other Papua New Guineans.
I, as an example, was a school leaver on the street, searching for job, going to companies, government departments, searching for job around like clerical jobs or anything to be dead, but most of the employers, they rejected. They said, as a grade 12, you will not get any job, so you need to go and attend some short courses.
With dedicated staff and workforce of 25 in Port Moresby, there remains the need for funding to enhance the capacity of local privately owned institutions that had proven itself in the industrial sector workforce.
Resource. So like for Islands of Training and Rehabilitation College, we have a track record, meaning that most of our students are holding higher positions, self-employed. We got 1,000 plus successful stories to tell. With that, I appeal to the government, the current government, to seriously look into make some funds available for especially the private institution to put operational cost and all this. They can look at it, where we can, they can relieve us.
Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
You're watching TVWAN News. Sports is next. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy paid units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager. Bungum Yumi. Cheers to 70 years.
When you're spending time with family, when you've got a big day ahead, when you have given it all you've got, when you're putting on a feast, that's when you want the best. That's when you want flame rice. New flame rice. Win him altogether.
Save time and money and pay your TV bills with a breeze. Call us today on toll-free number 1515 to set up your monthly postpaid TV subscription. And if you do, you can watch Digicel TV on your mobile for free. No data costs and no additional subscription. Don't miss out. Call us today for your residential postpaid TV package today. Digicel TV. More channels, more choice, more value.
Get rewarded! With Digicel Rewards, you get rewarded with loyalty points on every top-up of 3 kina or more. That's right, the more you top up, the more loyalty points you earn. Use your loyalty points how you like. Use them to get free one-top prime bundles, free data plans, free talk plans, or use for main account credit, or even bonus credit. It's your loyalty points, so use them however you choose. Your loyalty points, your way. Text redeem to 162121 to use your loyalty points, stay connected, and get rewarded only with Digicel.
You could be the new face of the FBI.
You will be my Mona Lisa.
I just went through a beauty pageant. I am done playing dress-up.
Welcome, Gracie Hall.
She's got fame.
I feel we should all be sitting under dryers.
She's got attitude.
Sorry. How about a real sorry?
And she's got backup.
I'm your bodyguard. What? That plane does not take off unless we're both on it. You might consider a tic-tac.
Miss Congeniality 2, armed and...
Welcome back. The Central Dabaris Zone 9s will wrap up the Western Central Province tournaments by this weekend. The matches are being hosted in Tubusera Village in Hiri East, Yarwari in Koyari, Bioto Village for Kairuku West, and Inawabui Village in Mekeo. This is particularly exciting for Kairuku and Mekeo areas who are not usually rugby league playing communities compared to other districts. Hiri West hosted its finals yesterday with Buria Reds from Lealea edging out Porebada Bulldogs in a tough 8 points to 4 points and counter. In other zones played, Kairuku East winners Hisiu Knights and Highway Panthers advanced to the championship round. Southern Highlands Rugby League veteran and current PNG Hunters rake Weza Tenza has regenerated his love and passion for the game. Tenza has again worked really hard during off-season to impress coach Stanley Teppen and now part of the remaining Hunters 30-man squad for this year's Host Plus Cup season.
Between 2014 and 2021, Weza Tenza, although underrated, was one of the most dangerous dummy halves in the Digicel Cup competition. His quick bursts out of dummy half and deceptive footwork has been his trademark for years. But as the saying goes, good things come to those who wait. After 8 long years, finally the little rocket dynamo is now living his dream, making his breakthrough to the Hunters and then transcending to the national team, the Kumuls, for the end-of-the-year Rugby League World Cup, all in a short space of 12 months. Now 30 years of age, Tenza is relishing his opportunity. It's a case of hard work, perseverance and patience paying off. Tenza was only 22 when he made his debut in a grand final appearance with the Hello Wigman in 2014 and went on to beat the Gurias at the Lay Rugby League field. The same year, the PNG Hunters were accepted into the Queensland Rugby League competition. His rugby league career continued to blossom, winning numerous premiership titles with Mendy Muruks and more recently Lay Tigers in 2021. 2022 was a breakout season for Tenza, finally making it to the Hunters and the Kumuls, which was unreal and a dream come true for him.
When I got a call up from Coach Stan, it was like everything that I started playing, my career was everything that I was putting all my goal and aims was to play. So it was like a dream come true, and I was very happy and privileged to be part of the team, traveling down to England.
Tenza's selection to both the Hunters and the Kumuls, however, generated a lot of negativity and public outcry through social media. He gives his personal perspective on how he was able to handle adversity and used it to full advantage.
Like all the things that people saying on the media and stuff like that, it's one way they helped me to be where I am today. So I usually like my coach usually said, don't focus more on the media side of things and just focus on the game and things.
Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
PNG Hunters number 6, Jamie Mavoko, said to be picked again in this year's Host Plus Cup season is always a privilege after making the final cut. Jamie only played one season with the Lace Next Tigers in 2021 Digital Cup before he was slated into the Hunters squad last year.
Of mixed Eastern Britain and Manus parentage, young Jamie Mavoko is ready to don the Hunters strip with pride again this year after making it back into the squad for the 2023 season. Jamie, who grew up around the Konidobu area, is the son of former Port Moresby Brothers rugby league legend Wilson Mavoko. His short-playing career only started 3 to 4 years ago with his beloved Coney Storms team participating in the Port Moresby Rugby League competition. Coney Storm's participation at the inaugural Agmax Epic Nines in 2020 in Wewak was Jamie's biggest moment he will always treasure, when he was scouted by late Tigers coach then Stanley Teppen on a trial arrangement with the Tigers. Story short, the rest is history. Jamie was part of the Tigers' 2021 Grand Final winning team that beat Wagi Tumbe to reclaim the Digital Cup for the 4th time. 2022, Jamie was picked into the PNG Hunters Precision Training Squad and eventually earned his spot under Matt Church. When reflecting back on his Hunters debut last year, it was a tough experience, especially with the team based in Queensland. Jamie said although training has been tough, he's happy to be back home and now working really hard on his personal game, mainly in defense and attack.
The training has been very tough. For a couple of, I think, 5 to 6 weeks. It's not like last year. This year was a bit tougher than last year. For us, the returning boys, there's a lot of pressure on us to lead, and I think the boys, we are just adjusting to that. Yeah.
Jamie is also happy to be training alongside his Tigers halves partner and 2022 top point scorer Joshua Mire. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
And that ends the news tonight. Remember to apply the following simple measures to prevent transmission of the coronavirus. Regularly wash your hands with soap and water. Cough or sneeze into your elbow. And exercise social distancing. If you're feeling sick, please stay at home. You can also call the COVID-19 hotline number for more information or assistance. Have a safe weekend. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.